Oh boy, here we go. Oh, look at my headphones. You're not even ready, Bondzee. Like, seriously, right now. Anyways, how the hell is everybody doing? It is the 100th show. I hope my internet is going to be okay for this show. I am running, for fair warning, I'm running off a hotspot device, and I don't know how much gigabytes it's got left, but we'll see. I do have a backup plan. If you guys could let me know how the sound is, how the picture is right off the bat, that'd be super awesome. And yeah, so here we are. Let me get to the top of the notes here. It's Bondzee Live on Trippin' with Bondzee, episode 100. I can't believe I finally made it here. It's been a while, and I should have been to 100 a while ago, and I would have been, but I mean, listen, I've been a busy fella, preparing for this, selling my house, packing it all up, getting rid of all the shit that I owned and didn't want. Newts, how are you, brother? Thanks so much for watching from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Sick deal. Gregory Coulter, thanks for watching. Mitchell Dillman, you're the man. Thank you so much for watching. Melissa says it sounds good. Thanks for watching. Melissa will be with us later, and I'll get to that in a hot second. I can't jump ahead here. I'm pretty excited, and it's weird. Doing my 100th show, I am proud to say that I am doing this sober of alcohol, that is, because I just smoked a big old fat pipe. And it's a good thing. I have like one or two pipes left, but the good news is, believe it or not, I am live from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Whoop, whoop. I finally left Texas after, exactly 2 months to the day, to be honest with you. If you would have told me at the beginning of this, I would have been in Texas for 2 full months. Excuse me. Might as well, what would be 100th show without a perfect old Bonzarelli burp? There we go. So that's out of the way. Now, I finally did make it out of Texas. 2 months. But listen, I had a couple of bus issues that I didn't foresee coming. So that kept me around a little bit longer. And then when you're having a good friggin' time, I don't know if my mom's watching yet, but I just saved. I talked to her today, and I promised her I would try and use as few F-bombs as possible. Because I know old Sarge likes to watch the show now that, Gregory, I miss you so much. And the only way I can kind of keep up is I gotta watch your show. But that bloody mouth of yours, I just don't understand why you've got to swear so much. Oh, Ma, don't cry, okay? I won't say the F-bomb anymore. Nah, Sarge wouldn't cry. She just backhand me and say, watch your mouth, Gregory. Anyways, where was I? Looky, 100 shows. Can you believe it? Man. It all started over a year ago now, a year and a few months. And I honestly had no intentions of doing even a second show the night that I decided to go live in my parents' basement. That show was not only hilariously embarrassing and the debauchery that followed with it, but it was also hilarious. And I look back at that now and I'm super thankful. That show, I still, to this day, and I promised myself I would watch it. I'm not a big fan of watching or listening to myself back, and I still never seen that whole show. I've seen snippets of it just for certain clips I've had to send to you, whether it be Dean or whatever else, and but I've never seen the whole thing. But I should, and I do promise one day I will watch it. Old Andy Safaris, yeah. Okay, I'll get off track here for a minute because I do have to throw my boy Andy Safaris some kudos. I came at that poor Malacca left, right, and center all season because the Leafs were a million times better than the shitty Habs. Then I came at him hard when I knew we were playing them. And even the day before or in game day, I was like, Price got dusted in the AHL game he played in. Then he smashed his stick over the net in the day before the game leading up to game one. And I'm like, we're in his head. Like we're finally getting it. And then I gave it to him. We're up 3-1. I was just fisting Safaris like this. I'm like, your abs suck. It's our time. Whoop, whoop. Holy shit. Look at me now. Anyways, Malacca, good on you. He wanted an apology for all the ribbing and the hard times I gave him, and I told him to get bent. I'm not going to apologize for being a diehard fan and a best buddy who it's what we do. I'm not going to apologize for that, you crazy clown. Anyways, I did say I would throw him kudos. Price saved your ass, but I mean, that's what it takes to win hockey games in the playoffs. So good on you son of a bitch. And the Leafs, you know what? Once it went to Game 7, I was expecting to lose. I certainly didn't set the bar high. It's what happens time after time after time. And I knew you guys were going to win. So anyways, good on you. Love you, pal. Thanks for joining in. And Susan says, congrats on the 100 shows. Thank you so much, Susan, for all your support. Rick Fernway in Florida, I believe you are. He says, yay, happy 100. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so it all did start in my parents' basement. Now, I'll give you the quick Coles notes. I was in Nicaragua, had to come home, took sweet because of the COVID. Old Sarge was freaking out. Oh, I want my Gregory home right now. Yeah, poor Kenny was hearing it every day, my pop. So he got on the phone and said, yo, I'll pay for your flight home. Will you just please get the hell here now? So I don't have to hear it anymore. So I did. I flew home, and my house was rented out. So I had to live in my parents' basement for 4 months. 4 months. Anyways, not because of my parents. I love my parents. And, you know, a lot of the time was spent down in the basement. 2 weeks in quarantine, which sucked balls. Then doing all the voice work. So I had to be all quiet down in the corner there in the basement. Excuse me. Anyways, it was just a different time. I didn't get to really see anybody, talk to anybody. And I went from running a bar that was packed day and night. I worked 15-hour days and loved it. I thrived on it. And was loving my life in Nicaragua and had to come home. Well, about 4 days in, I'd had enough of being alone. I wasn't even allowed upstairs. And I was 2 bottles deep, and I thought it would be the grandiosoest idea to hit go live on Facebook, play some Tragically Hip, and just tell stories. I gathered a collection of puppets. Brad, if you want to throw that picture back up again. Oh, I caught him off. There he is. So special producer, big shout out to Brad again tonight. I think this is the second time ever producing. Gonna bring him on here for a sec. How you doing, bud? Just shoving your face full of food. You got to drop that other picture.
I got me some peanuts over
there.
There
you go, Sonny.
Just chilling. But
nice.
Yeah, great.
Not a boy.
Congratulations on number 100. It's a big show, so let's get it.
Thank you so much.
Woo.
Yeah, let's go. 2 things. Super, super proud of you for doing this for me and happy that you did it. And second, I'm going to see you in 16 days.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop. I'll get into that a little later. Yeah. And maybe I'll bring you back on when I talk about what we're getting into. But I can't wait to see you.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I love that kid to death. Tracy Woolridge says, hey, happy 100. Thank you so much. Newton says, yes, 100 shows and it's snowballing. Good on you. Thank you, buddy. What else? Andy says Sinead Gobble. My God. What else? Anyways, that's how it all started. And I was losing my mind. So I went live and boy, oh boy, I had a great time. And so did you all, because it got I think overall out of the 100 shows, it had the 3rd most views. And it certainly held the record for months and months and months. I think it had over 700-800 views at this point. But yeah, it was not one of my prouder moments looking back. I mean, I was a little, I shouldn't say I was too drunk to go on there, because I actually thought I did a pretty good job. And the humor came out quite well, actually. I talked and interviewed puppets. I did voices. Now, most of you would say, well, Bondzee, you just did a verberation, or what's the word? The different rendition kind of everything was a bit of an English accent to be well, but fucking give me a break. I was wasted. All right. Anyways, I know old Sarge and my pops did not feel the same as I did about that first show. Because, in fact, at one point, old Pops came down there and tore a strip off me and was like, I haven't seen my dad that mad at me since, and I've told this story 100 times, but it's the 100th show, and I'm kind of just reliving it for everybody. So, anyways, it was a pretty wild time. He was not mad at me for all the F-bombs, and I was wasted, and it's what I do. So I remember calling him a Nazi on the way back up the stairs. He was so mad. Jesus Christ. Anyways, continued on with the show and had a great time. All right, moving on. Well, over that time, I did learn to tone the show down. I got less wasted. Because at first I was like, so when I started to do the shows again, I was like, I got to be drunk. It was just that, that nervous thing. I'm like, I have so much more liquid courage in me, when I've been drunk, or when I've been drinking. So it's, But then I learned to do the show and deal with it without being super wasted. I was still doing some drinking and stuff, but it was less alcohol and more tokes instead, if you will. But anyways, it just kept growing and growing and growing. And the amount of comments that I would get from y'all, saying, like, I heard from people that I haven't seen or heard from since high school, going, man, this is so awesome. I was doing 3 shows a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I was entertaining people left, right, and center, and myself too. I was keeping myself from going completely insane in old Sarge's basement. So anyways, it just grew bigger and better. It turned into me doing voice acting, which that just snowballed and got huge on me. That turned into me doing soccer, live European soccer games for the English Premier League, which was one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. I wish I was still doing it. The reason I'm not is because I don't work for fucking free. So I had contract issues with the team in Vietnam. And at first the pay was great. And then they wanted to renew it and do this, for the next so many games. They were making more money than me. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. I'm the talent. I make the money. I put in all the effort to do the research, call the games, commentate, talk to people around the world. Anyway, so it didn't work out. But who's to say it won't come back in the future? And I'm working on it because I absolutely love doing that. Anyways, that also turned into me, this live show turned into me getting a live podcast, not a live one, but a podcast that I got paid for. And that was going great. And then plans changed because that's when I decided to sell the house. And so I didn't really have time to do a podcast. But it also turned into me getting signed by one of our first guests tonight, Dean Blundell. Excited to have Dean on the show tonight. And it's amazing. Like, if you would have told me a year ago when I was a raging alcoholic in my parents' basement, and freaking out and praying to die when I went to sleep and saying, Lord, like, just take me. Instead of giving somebody cancer or whatever, or a heart attack, take me. I was fucking miserable and I didn't want to be here. Now, I couldn't be more happier. I'm living an amazing life on the road. I'm podcasting. I'm blogging. I'm vlogging. I'm on Dean Blundell twice a week, and it's been fantastic. I couldn't ask for a better situation. Now, I'll get to it later. But this last year has been absolutely amazing, and I've got some amazing kudos from some amazing people who say, because I have been down lately on the road, and I guess I'm going to get into this now. I've been bummed out on the road. I've been lonely a bit, and there's times where you don't really see anybody. I'm sitting here doing voiceovers. Like today, for instance, I have not left this bus today, bar to go for a 20-minute walk with Tucker. Other than that, I've been up since 7:30 this morning reading scripts because I got a couple of new contracts that are within a huge deadline, and they're ginormous, like 20 scripts in 24 hours. So it's been a lot. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy few days, actually. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm absolutely loving it down here. And but it has been tough being on the road sometimes. So that led to some conversations with people that were like, Bondzee, look at what you have accomplished in 1 year. You went from a raging alcoholic, lunatic, suicidal clown in your parents' basement to podcaster, vlogger, working with Dean, doing your own shit, trying to make it in the YouTube kind of thing, and on my way to LA to trying to get into the voice work industry. So, I'm pretty damn proud of myself. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a lot of hard work, but man, it's better than sitting up in Canada in my house, twiddling my thumbs, just reading into a fucking microphone. Now I get to sit here, travel across the USA, meet amazing people, make great content, with plenty more to come out. I promise you, by the way. Josh said, Dr. Matt Hatton says, proud of you, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. And so it has been a grind on the road. I will be finally in Colorado tomorrow. Oh, speaking of guests tonight, we do have Dean Blundell, like I mentioned. Beer Store Money, my favorite band. Like, they've been on the show so many times. I think 6 now over the 100 shows. And I wouldn't have it any other way. These guys are fantastic. They're from the Sarnia area, and I can't wait for those guys to rock it out later. So stick around for Dean Blundell coming up in about 15 minutes, and then Beer Store Money after that. Safara says, you have incredible talent, bro. You should be proud. Yeah. The thing is I don't see it the way everybody else does. it's one of those things, I always see the negative and dwell on the negative and worry about money. I worry about everything else except myself, pretty much, which is kind of weird because yet at the end of the day, I guess subconsciously, I still really do worry and care about myself because I could still be sitting back in my house, pounding booze like a maniac and doing things I shouldn't be doing. But I decided that life's not for me. And this isn't a sink or swim situation that I'm on, lest anybody think differently. This is something that's just, some have called it a midlife crisis, aka Dean, and the two other guys I do the podcast with Dean. But I don't really look at it as a midlife crisis. I look at it as fucking being adventurous and doing something that I want to do and not living by the regimen that is the fucking government tries to ram down your throat every single day. I've never lived like that since I've been divorced. And I was happy in that life when I was married and had kids. It was what you did. And I loved my family life. I had a great 15-year marriage and brought up two amazing kids. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. But it allowed me to be free. And instead of sticking to the old iron whip through the government and stuff, I didn't do that. I still continued to work for myself. I did work sell cars for a few years. I did work for a company in Quebec real quick, but both of those were jobs where I wasn't locked down by a boss because I was self-employed for 15 years plus before that with my own painting company that I thrived at. So everything I've done, I put my heart and soul into it. Even owning the bar in Nicaragua, I put my heart and soul into it. It didn't work out. A, politically. B, I mean, there's a bunch of B, C's, and D's. We don't fucking need to go into that. But, it was another thing I took a risk and a chance on. And most people wouldn't. In fact, 98 or 99% of people wouldn't. But I'm super proud that I've done all that. And yeah, I guess like I have to, some days I do sit back and look in the mirror and I do say, Bondzee, I fucking love you, man. I really do. And I wasn't able to do that for a long, long, long time. And I'm embarrassed about that, but I'm a better person for it because now I can look at myself every single day and say, I love you, man. It's been a grind, back on the booze a bit, but I've been sober for about, 6-7 days now. I had one beer and, that was at the steakhouse, which I'll get into in a hot second because everybody's dying to know the story of why I got escorted out. Well, it wasn't just me. It was the group I was with. I met some people there, and we got escorted out by the police at this world-famous steakhouse. Anyway, that's coming up in a hot second. I forget where I was now. Jeff Peters, did I miss the story about the police? No, I was just talking about that. It's coming up in a second. Oh yeah, I was saying about myself. I really am super proud of myself that I've come this far and grinded this hard. And I have been on the road for 10 weeks almost now. I've put on 2,600 miles. 2,600 miles I've traveled across the USA so far. I've met some amazing people. I've spent too much money, but the memories will last forever. And the best part is my son Brad is going to be joining me in 16 days. We're going to tour around Colorado. Then we're going to travel all through Utah, down into Nevada. We're going to Vegas, baby. Yep. And from there, we're driving out to through California to LA to see my oldest son and his brother, Ty, who lives there now. And we're going to have the greatest time. And the memories that are going to be made on that trip as well are going to be fantastic. So I can't wait for that for 16 days from now. I think it's 15 days because it's the first. So, dude, I'm going to bring you on real quick. How stoked are you to fly out to Colorado and then tour down from there? It's a 15-hour drive if we did it straight, but we're going to take, 2 weeks, I think, to get down there?
Yeah, some detours, take our time, see whatever
for sure
along the way. But it's going to be one hell of a journey. I'm super excited to get out of there. Been in Canada for too long. I need to get out, take a plane trip somewhere.
Hell yeah, buddy.
So, yeah,
and we're going to Vegas. How stoked are you about going to Vegas as a 19-year-old?
Super stoked. I mean, like, I'm not legal drinking,
right?
But it's the home of Chris
not
Angel.
Down there, but
there's a bunch of other stuff to do down there. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Hell yeah, there is. And as a professional magician, You know, you got some contacts there, and then Chris Angel. So we're just gonna go have a great time and rock it, and then we get to go see your bro right in LA. So that'll be a blast too.
It'll be pretty crazy.
Can't wait to see you.
The journey that's ahead. Yeah, I can't wait to see you too.
Right on. Thanks, buddy. That's going to be an amazing time. Okay, so let's get to the police story. So I finally left Texas. I was in Amarillo, and I'm driving out of Texas, and I have one last stop in this crazy town up in the very northwest of Texas called Amarillo, and it's the home of the world famous steakhouse called the Big Texan Steakhouse. And so I get there, and they pick me up in a limo, first of all, because it's what they do. If you're because there's a lot of campgrounds around there and stuff. So they have a free limo service. You just tip the driver. So they came and picked me up in this big stretch limo. It had big old, I should have put up a picture. Sorry. Anyways, it had these big old horns on the front, and then we get there. I spent about, I'd say 45 minutes outside and inside, getting footage, some great footage actually, because this place is like it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in the world. It's absolutely ginormous. It's open from 10 in the morning till 10:30 at night. It's the home of the 72-ounce steak challenge, where if you can eat 72 ounces of steak in 1 hour, plus all the fixings, which I think includes a shrimp cocktail, a salad, potato, and a roll, then you get your meal for free. Anyways, I have a buddy that actually fucking did it back in 2004. Now, that was part of the reason I went there and had to check it out, because I had to see what was doing and all this. Yeah, Rick said right on Old Route 66. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. And Brian just said, just in time for the story. Yes, you are. So yeah, we're at the Big Texan Steakhouse, and I was so stoked to go to this place. I got some great footage. I got to see the whole story about my buddy eating the 72 ounce, and I got to see somebody do it. Take the challenge. It was a 19-year-old kid. Anyway, he failed. He was like 95% done, but fuck, he looked deathly ill. Those last 5 minutes, he never barfed, but I could have sworn he was gonna. I got some amazing footage of it, so that'll be coming up in a future YouTube video. But it was cool to see somebody attempt it, and he was so damn close. Anyways, moving on to the story. We're sitting down. I met these three people, and we had to wait about an hour and a half for our table. Now, that was where I only had the one beer, and these people proceeded to get wasted. And anyway, we went and sat down. They're like, you got to join us for dinner. We all hit it off. They're from Colorado, three great people, a husband and a wife and a friend. And they were traveling around doing the same thing I am, just killing time during this COVID bullshit. And anyway, so we sit down. Me and Buddy order these two ginormous steaks. Now, he's the one that made me order it. I usually can't eat that much meat. And he's like, bill's on me, buddy. Bill's on me. So he made me get the same thing as him. Well, he didn't make me, but I wanted it. It's a huge shrimp and steak combo. It was like 16 ounces of steak, which will take me 3 days to eat, but he insisted. So we got the steak, and the other two people got a different kind of steak. Anyways, theirs came out fucking perfect. And mine and Buddy's, I ordered mine medium rare. He ordered his medium. They were both like, you could have beat a fucking bear with this thing. Like, it was that hard and leathery. So anyways, we sent them back. No harm, no foul, whatever. I'm kind of surprised that they screwed up two steaks at this world famous steakhouse. Anyways, 40 minutes later, 40 minutes, two other steaks come out. I don't even get to cut into it. Neither does Buddy. Why? Because we're like, yeah, can we just get those to go? I mean, we're all done. Everybody's done here. We've been sitting here for an hour plus. Like, that's enough. We'll just, let's wrap it up and we'll take it home, but take it off the bill. She's like, I'm not taking it off the bill, sir. We're like, I beg your pardon? I can't do that. So we're like, Buddy beside me goes, can I see your manager, please? Jamie Petrie says, congrats on your 100 show. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, so the manager comes over. What a sow this thing was. Right from the get-go, she shows up. She's like, is there a problem? We're like, yeah, there is actually. Like, this world famous steakhouse, and two, not one, two came out completely leathery and disgusting, like unedible. She's like, oh, well, that doesn't happen. So are you sure? And we're like, it's right there. Like, it's disgusting. Anyways, her attitude towards us was just horrendous. And now my buddy here, my new buddy from Colorado, he was a little sauced up, and he was getting a little irate with her, as he should have, because I mean, customer service was disgusting. And anyways, he told her so. Well, she didn't like that, and she freaked out. And so we said, can we see your boss? And she's like, no, I am the boss. And we're like, no, you're not. We need to see above you because you don't know how to handle this situation. Anyways, she finally grabs this other lady, comes over, wonderful, wonderful lady, sweet as peaches. And she took care of the whole situation like it should have been taken care of in the first place. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Really, really apologize. Usually that doesn't happen. We are a world famous steakhouse. How can I fix this? How about your drinks are free, meals on us? No problem. Because we all we had was a salad and some potato. Anyways, we're like, yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for understanding. Really appreciate it. Anyways, so we all go out. We go outside. We're actually there's this like big front porch. So we're standing there on the front porch. 2 minutes later, this old sow there, miserable sow, comes running out of the door with a cop on her arm. And she's, that's them right there. And we're like, is there a problem? So the cop comes over and he goes, yeah, you guys bounced on your bill. And we're like, no, we didn't. Anyways, he's like, well, this lady here says otherwise. And we're like, listen, sir, we had an issue with our dinner. It was taken care of by not this one because she doesn't know how to deal with customers. We had to go above her, and that lady comped our meal. And so then the other lady, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. So we made her, and she was like, no, you can't see the other manager. She's busy. And the cop's like, no, actually, you're going to go get her. So she does. So we go back inside. We follow her in. The cop comes in with us. Look at me. I'm just look like a mess here. And I'm going to have some sweet tea. Oh, I think that's the first breath. And the second I've stopped talking since the show started 26 minutes ago. Anyways, moving on. Long story, boring. We go back inside. We get the other manager. She confirms everything. The other one walks away in old huff. And yeah, she should be fired. Josh, Mr. Hatton says there. And I can't believe she still has a job there. And I'm getting to that. So we're standing around now that everything's solved. The other two paid their bill, like no problem. They had a great meal. They had their drinks, and that was paid for. So we were still confused as to what the holy hell the problem was in the first place. Anyways, we were waiting for Buddy's wife. I guess she went to the pisher, and we're waiting. We're standing there, and then we can see old Sal face about 10, 15 feet away from us, and she's like, and she's pointing to me and to Buddy. And I'm like, how fucking rude is that? Anyways, I don't usually get too fired up, especially in a public place. I don't like to cause a ruckus, especially when it's not like in my territory. But I lost my shit. I was like, excuse me, ma'am. And I'm yelling across this huge lobby. The people, it's packed in there. And I'm like, you are the worst manager and customer service operations person I have ever met in my life. Do you have a problem? Is there something you need to say to me out loud? Her face just went like white, ghost white. And she was horrified. She's like, I can't believe this man is yelling at me across the bar. Anyways, fuck, what does she do? She runs right to the cop who was still inside at this point. And he heard every word I said. Anyways, he comes right over and he says, you guys, let's go. You got to go right now. I can't have this escalate any further. So we get escorted outside. We weren't even allowed on the front porch this time. Now we're on the walkway on the way out. And he wasn't mad at us, though. That was the best part of the whole thing was like, he looked at me and said, listen, I fully understand where you're coming from and you're not wrong. His words, not mine. He said, this is not the first incident I've had with this individual and customers. I was like, how does she still have a job here? And he was like, that's a great question. Anyways, I know it was like, I kind of hyped it up a bit, but I still, at the end of the day, we did get escorted out of the most world famous steakhouse. And 2 steaks were brought to my table. Never got any steak, got escorted out, and still got a free ride home in a limousine. Can't make that shit up. I mean, you really can't. It is everywhere I go and everything I do. Nonsense, weirdness, odd stuff. It just follows me. And I guess I wouldn't have it any other way because if it didn't, then I probably wouldn't even have a show. So it gives me stuff to talk about. It was a memory I'll never forget. And I met 3 great people that I had the greatest time with as well. So I can look back and say I went to the world famous steakhouse. I got amazing footage and I will brag it up. It's a super cool place. Other than that Sal that works there, the place is fantastic, and I recommend everybody to go there. Just order the steak and hope for the best, or do as my buddy said. Oh, he was just watching. My memory's horrible. Brian Anderson said, try the chicken fried steak. It was supposed to be amazing in Texas. I never did get to try it, and I'm kicking myself for that. Anyways, another crazy thing that happened on the road. Oh, I was going to say that, I mean, there could be worse things that happened, but I finally made it out of Texas and rode into New Mexico yesterday. Now, man, oh man, you want to talk about beautiful scenery all the way here. The only thing that I hardly got to, I got to see it, but it was through, there's when it was, that was leaving Texas from Amarillo, heading out. And it was actually real nice that morning. Well, that beautiful blue sky and puffy clouds did not last long because I drove into some gnarly storms over the past couple days. That's from today, actually. That is a view from my campsite where I am at right now. And that's overlooking towards the city of New Mexico. There's another great shot. That's the RV park I'm at. I'm actually not on that concrete pad part. I'm actually more in the shaded area and trees and stuff, which is really cool here. Yeah, Jamie, you said Breaking Bad. Home, it was filmed in Albuquerque, and there's an amazing 3-hour and 20-minute tour. That's another shot from the RV site that I'm at right now. That's looking towards the mountains over towards the city of Albuquerque. Anyways, there's an amazing 3-hour and 20-minute tour that I wanted to do so bad. I reached out to them. I emailed them, let them know I was coming. I tried to get free passes. Turns out, fucking closed till next week. Can you believe that? It looks like such an amazing tour. I was researching it, checked out their website. Anyways, I'm not going to get to do it, which really sucks. But it is what it is. And it just means I'll have to get back here one day because that would be a really, really cool tour to do. But that being said, I finally did make it out of Texas after 2 months. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yesterday I got here, the most white-knuckled storm I've ever driven through in my life. Hail the size of marbles pounding the bus. It felt like and sounded like I was getting shot at by an AK-47. And the water on the road had to be about 3 to 4 inches deep. We're driving about 15 miles per hour, and it was white knuckle. I mean, I've never driven a 45-foot bus in a crazier storm in my life. So it was a little mind-racking. Thankfully, it only lasted about 15 minutes. And then as soon as I got to the RV site, it totally subsided. And I was able to plug in all in the dry. And I barely left the bus since because I haven't stopped working. But it's been great. I'm absolutely loving it here. And tomorrow, I'm finally heading to Colorado. I've got a couple spots picked out that I'll be spending a 1 week at. And then I'll be making my way more north, closer to Denver, closer to the time where I pick up Brad. And I can't wait to just fucking stay at a spot for more than 2 or 3 days, and it'll be nice to just hunker down, park the bus, and just work and chill, go hiking, and just clear my mind and do a bunch of editing and get some stuff out. So I'm super, super excited to get to Colorado tomorrow. It's been a long time coming. Anyways, what else? Dean should be joining us any minute now. And let me fire through some more notes here. Why don't we go back to anyways, yeah, so I was talking about earlier where Brad's coming with me. We're heading out to the final destination is LA. We're going to go see Brad's brother, Ty. And then I'll be staying in LA, actually. I'll be trying to make it into the I've got some stuff lined up, some interviews, and I'm going to try and get an agent as soon as I get there to get me even more interviews, auditions, if you will. And Brad will be flying back home to Toronto. And we'll see what happens. I'm thinking about going to park the bus somewhere around Malibu Beach area and just living in the bus, raw dogging it, if you will, in Malibu. And I could think of worse places to hunker down in and just see what I could do. I mean, I've come this far, and so I'll give it a shot and see what happens. Anyways, I really look forward to hunkering down in Colorado, be able to just chill, play some guitar, then get to LA, do the same thing, and just focus on me and my career. And it's been an amazing trip all along the way so far. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can get into some voice acting work. Maybe do some commercials. Who knows? Maybe some porn. Just kidding, Mom. I saw that my parents just joined on, so I had to drop that. But hey, you got to go where the money is, right? And if they're going to pay me some pretty good chat, then I might think about it. I just won't tell me mom. Oh, mom, I got this great gig. Oh, what is it, Gregory? What did you get to roll in a movie or something? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, just kidding, mom. I wouldn't do porn. I just a little above and beyond my morals, if you will. Anyways, saw some crazy things on the way. Sorry, mom. Anyways, I saw some crazy things on the drive on the way here to. I wasn't gonna do it, but I saw the pop up, and I was like, "God." Anyways, I saw a wolf, and at first I thought it was like a ginormous dog or something right on the side of the highway, and I'm like, "Why the hell is a dog on the side of the highway? And what the hell is it doing?" Well, I go by and I get closer. I see it's a fucking ginormous wolf or something. Or a huge, I've never seen a coyote that big, and coyotes are usually skinny. This thing wasn't skinny. It was ginormous, and it was eating a dead deer on the side of the road. Anyways, that was pretty wild. And another thing I saw that kind of broke my heart, and it makes you think twice and keep my eyes on the road and keep me focused is I saw a pickup truck pulling a trailer, a camper, if you will, and man, oh man, it had rolled a few times, and it was not a good situation. There was fire, ambulance, police on scene, and I just hope that whoever is in the vehicle and is okay. And man, it smartened me up real quick. Like, not that I take driving a 45-foot, 56,000-pound bus, for advantage or whatever. I forget my train of thought, but you just got to be smart at all time because this ain't no regular car. You know what I'm saying? So. Anyways, I got so flustered about talking about porn when my parents were watching. I couldn't even finish that rest of the segment there. Anyways, I know it took me 2 months to get out of Texas. I've finally done it. Can't wait to get to Colorado. So many great things are going to happen over the next few months. I'm back off the pish, which I'm super happy about. And I'm really proud about it too. Last night I wanted to get fucking wasted. Sorry, Mom. But I knew the Leafs were gonna blow it. I just did. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this sober. They like the Leafs drive me to drink, man. But I did it, and you know what? I've been chewing a lot, but it helps. I think it's better than alcohol, and I've been sunflower seeds, the new game changer. They're called taco flavored sunflower seeds. I'm gonna buy like 18,000 bags of them because they have saved money. They kept me off the booze. And they're so good. Oh my God. Anyways, that and puffing away on my vape and my good old pipe has kept me off the booze. And so we're about, I don't know, 6 or 7 days. Like I said, at one beer at that stupid steakhouse thing, but I don't really count that. Like, big deal. Anyways, I'm proud of that, and I look forward to bigger and better things happening whilst staying off the booze. And I can do it this time. I did 4 months. And I know I can do a year, and that's the goal right now for sure, and even longer. Like, who cares? We'll just see what we can do. Anyways, I jinxed myself last show. I remember telling everybody that I had a power steering problem, and it was just low fluid. No, by the time I got from San Antonio to Midland, I stopped in Midland to see a buddy at a shop for a couple of days, and thank God I did because. My hydraulic arm at the front of the bus that connects to the power steering totally was buggered, if you will. And anyways, the boys at his shop took it off for free. Took it to a hydraulic shop, got it all fixed up for me. Yeah, there's the bus in their shop. Buddy's underneath there. And anyways, they were amazing. Now, the hydraulic shop cost me a couple $100. I bought the boys a case of beer for their efforts, which they didn't even want. They were like, you don't know anything, bro. You don't know anything. Anyways, it's just what you do. Thanks, Jamie. I will keep it up. Every day is I wouldn't say every day is a struggle. I have good days where I don't even think about alcohol. And then other days I wake up and just want to get fuck ass wasted. Anyways, it's something that I've had to deal with since my PTSD and all that. And it's part of the demon show, that I've lived with since 2009. And, I every day I just try to keep myself on the steady and try to be a better person. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for the guys at the shop for taking care of me. Such great dudes. Spent a few days with them. We ate like kings. They treated me like royalty, and it was a great time. Anyways, I wonder where Dean is here. He's a little late, so we'll just keep rolling through the show here. I got some more notes about. Let's do a little flashback of the last 99 shows, shall we? Until Dean shows up. I've had some amazing guests. I mean, this all started as me talking to some puppets and interviewing puppets, and it turned into, it started with Jeremy Taggart, ex-drummer from Our Lady Peace. Then I got to interview the likes of Theo Fleury, easily one of my favorite interviews. That guy was so cool and salt of the earth. Chris Kontos from the NHL, great dude. Actor Dylan Matina. That was the guy who ate the 76 or 72 ounces of steak at the steakhouse I was telling you about. Well, he's the one who's out in LA and is a voice actor. And he's going to hold Gregory's hand when I get out there and kind of show me the ropes and stuff, if you will. So I'm really looking forward to me. I've never met Dylan, but he was on my show. Great guest. And we've become friends ever since. We talk at least once a month, if not more, and I'm appreciative for that. Marianne from Brooklyn from the Howard Stern Show, huge guest, and she was so nice too. Haley Mather, a great Canadian artist, beats maker, if you will, and painting artist too. Ex-girlfriend of Matt Good also, and she was the one responsible for bringing that piece of shit down to the ground and exposing him for the piece of garbage that he is. So congrats to her. Anyways, one of my best friends, Pat Molden, was on here, war hero. He gave an amazing, chilling, awesome, real, raw interview. That was really cool to have him on and just rap with your buddy I've known since like 4 or 5 years old. And the stories he told were pretty bone chilling. Anyways, so many great other ones. My kids let me interview them both. They've both got their flourishing careers. So it was pretty cool to interview my kids on my own show. And so many more. Jamie Petrie, he got to play live. I think he was the second. Beer Store Money was the first to play live. I was actually up in the Sarnia area. And they were the first musical guest to play live. And then Jamie Petrie was first in studio to play. He came up and visited me for a bit. So thankful to everybody and all the other ones that I didn't get to. There's so many more. It's too many to mention. But thank you to everybody that's let me interview them. And thanks to all of you for supporting me over these last 100 shows. It's been a real blast. And like I said earlier in the show, it's amazing how this really... It was an eye opener for me, and it helped me get through a horrible time. This COVID shit that we've all been going through. I got so many great messages and phone calls and stuff that people are like, man, thank you so much for being so real, raw, and honest, and like how you wear your heart on your sleeve. Like, we've laughed on this show. I've cried my eyes out on this show, and that's who I am. And I wouldn't have it any other way. It's who I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm honest to a fault. And I've shared my struggles with everybody. Now, to the chagrin of my mom, she went, Gregory Scott, I don't understand why you've got to always tell everybody everything about your life. I'm just like, Mom, that's who I am and the way I am. And, it's helped so many people. I got so many text messages and a few private phone calls from people saying, man, how you open and honest and real you were about your struggles with PTSD, watching that kid die. And then that turned into wicked depression and anxiety. I never had that shit in my life. I was the life of the party. I was fun Bondzee, and that all went out the window and my life changed. And I fucking hated who I was. I hated who I became. There would be times where I wouldn't even want to crawl out of my bed. I didn't want to see anybody. The life of the party guy was gone. And I hated that. Anyways, I've definitely changed. It's still a work in progress, and I try every day. But it allowed other people to be open and honest to me about their struggles, and it allowed them to go and help themselves as well. I gave them the best advice I could give them. It's always been in secret and confidence. I've never told anybody about anybody that's reached out to me. But there's people that have reached out and said they wanted to fucking kill themselves too, just like I did. I would never do it. I couldn't bring myself to it. I have 2 kids. And my parents are still alive, and I would never, ever, ever do that. So never say never. I mean, I live with demons. It's a struggle. But hey, will you shut the hell up? I'm trying to do a goddamn show here. Gripes. I think that's the first time I yelled at him on my show. Only took 100 episodes. Anyways, I'm thankful for everybody that I've reached. Whether it's good, bad, if I made you laugh, cry, if I made you reach out or kind of find your own self. I hope this has entertained you like I've had a great time entertaining y'all. And I think it has. I mean, the response has always been great. You guys have shown me amazing support. And like I said, it's turned into amazing things. Paid Bondcast, the soccer that I did, the, working with Dean all of a sudden. And I'm super thankful for that. It has been a struggle. It's been a crazy year. But if I look back, I just am like, wow, man, you look what you've done. Look what you've done. Anyways, thanks again to everybody for supporting this. I'm glad I've reached y'all. And I know I'm repeating myself here. I'm just kind of lost, and I'm waiting for Dean, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, I tried my best to stay away from politics and COVID on this show because it's all we heard day in and day out. And I wasn't always successful at it. There's just days where you can't stay away from stuff, or I simply couldn't keep my mouth shut, mostly because I was probably wasted. But I did lose a few followers and upset a few people over some things I said. I'm not sorry for that because it's free speech. This is my platform. And if you don't like what I say or don't agree with what I say, that's okay. That's okay. I don't agree with everything that goes on in this world or agree with everything that everybody says or believes in, but we're allowed to believe in the shit we want to believe in. And how dare anybody to take that away from me? So anyways, the people that I lost, the friends that I lost, I guess they weren't really friends, and adios. What else? Another thing about doing the show is doing it in different places for the past 100 episodes. I mean, I did it all over Ontario at different friends' houses, my parents' basement for 4 months, Andy Safaris' house on my last show when I was in Hamilton. What else? I did it up in Halliburton or not Halliburton. Where the hell is that place? Northern Peninsula. I'd never been up there before. Anyways, got to do it at a friend's place up there and so many other cool places as well. Ashley's at Midland. And then, of course, at my own place, where I set up like I had a real studio, and I really did dig that. I put a lot of work into that. Anyways, I remember one of the greatest memories of this show, to be honest with you, is I asked old Sarge to do this show about 60 to 70 times, especially when I lived at home for those 4 months. And every time she said, Gregory Scott, I'm not doing that show. I'm not being part of that nonsense of that stupid show. So it still didn't deter me from asking her every single time I was about to go live. And it was always the same answer. Anyways, that all changed when I finally, it was my last show in Ontario before I came down to the United States. And she finally came on as a guest. And it was awesome to have old Sarge on. Everybody got to finally meet her and see her. If you haven't seen that episode, you should go back and see it. That would have been March 22nd. Because I flew it the 23rd. Anyways, old Sarge made an appearance. It was one of the highlights of the 100 episodes that I've done, plus a few more along the way. But having old Sarge on there was super awesome. Oh, what else? Well, doesn't look like we're going to get Dean for some reason or another. So why don't we bring on old Beer Store Money? Are you guys ready to kick it and have a chat? Or am I jumping the gun here and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm not ready, Bondzee. What the hell?
What's up? What's happening? I don't know where Mel
How are you, man?
Off to. How's she going, eh?
Is it just me or is your connection a little sketchy?
I think it might be you, question mark. Here. How's that?
Man, you guys are cutting out. I can't get a solid stream.
No
Brad, is
way.
it just me or is it...
Try turning down the gain.
Here, hang on one second.
What to do.
Check.
Oh, man, I was so excited to have Beer Store Money on and rock for us tonight, and it doesn't look like our... Oh, is that better?
Oh, hello? Are we live?
No, it's not looking so great. I mean, the shows run pretty smooth from my end.
What on earth is going on here? I don't know. Well, our audio...
Get kicked out then?
Is our audio working or not? Just got... Oh, is our audio working or not? We have no monitor, but oh yeah, it's clear. Yeah, okay, so we are live. What's happening?
Check 1, 2. I'm back.
Check.
See. Hey, that's better.
Hey.
Right on. Sorry, that was. I just had to hit a button here, and it looks like we're back rocking and rolling. Welcome, Beer Store Money, to the 100th episode of Bondzee Live.
Thanks a lot, man. Here's to 100 more.
Yeah, you betcha. So let's get started here. What's it been like for you guys? I mean, it's been a hot minute since you've been on the show, and you guys have endured even more lockdowns and nonsense there. So has it allowed Beer Store Money to write more songs, create new music? What's going on over there?
Well, I've got like 50,000 songs that are half written. that I just haven't figured out what to do with them. I start things and I don't finish them. That's just me. But we have a number of things in the works. We're doing a live stream every Wednesday night on Twitch. We do Hangover Radio on Sunday mornings with Chris. We have a couple songs up on Spotify now, and iTunes and Google Music, YouTube Music, all that stuff. Yeah. One is an original, one is a cover of Chris Isaac's Wicked Game that we made all fast and angry. And nice. We are possibly going to be hitting the recording studio here in the next little while to actually formally, lay down some tracks and things and put some polish on.
The EP is finally happening.
So we've got some big things that are in the works. Yeah. It's just the last year has been a really long decade.
Yeah, it's been real tough scheduling anything. And
every time we think we're getting our feet out for, getting our feet under us, something just comes and pulls the rug again and we're down for another lockdown. So, we're crossing our fingers. We're all vaccinated and we're just hoping that the downward trend continues and we can all get back to doing what we love.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry about the echoing. I'm not sure. I'm just getting some messages here that I'm echoing, but
I got you on the audio here as well too, playing on our speakers. We don't have headphones for all three of us.
Yeah, that's probably why we're echoing. But hopefully, I'll turn off my mic. I'm gonna let you guys rock a couple songs, and then I'll get back to you.
All right, sounds good. Right on. Just wave at us when you want us to stop, because we're just gonna keep playing otherwise.
Right on.
Cheers, brother.
Beer Store Money on Bondzee Live.
Thanks for having us.
Big shout out. Episode number 100. That's huge. Feels like just yesterday we were playing episode 50.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago.
That's
for
wild.
Some reason.
Anyways, let's talk more rock. This is a Lenny Kravitz tune.
Above the trees, over the seas, and all the green. Go anywhere I please. I wanna get away. I wanna fly away. I wanna get away. I wanna fly away. Or even Mars, where it could all be ours. Or fading to the sun, let your spirit fly. We can be as one, just for a little fun. Whoa, yeah, I wanna get away. I wanna fly away. you. I wrote this last year. It's called When You're Gone.
I miss you so bad, baby. When you're gone, I just don't know what to do with myself. This old empty house, yeah, I walk the floor, and these empty arms leave me wanting more. And the nights are so long when you're gone. My heart out, you tear my heart out when you leave me. No, and with nothing to hold but memory. When you go to her, cut me to the bone. Oh, you hurt me bad, baby, please come home. I just can't go on when you're gone. I tell myself that you need your space, and maybe there's some man you can't hold down. But I feel the loneliness of this empty place beside me, 'cause she's with you now. Oh, when you're gone, I miss you so bad, baby. When you're gone, I just don't know what to do with myself. Whoa, this empty house, yeah, I walk the floor, and I know it's wrong, but I still want you more. 'Cause the nights are so long when you're gone.
Nice.
We've got a couple more songs for you tonight. Next up is...
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Next up we
Yeah,
have
man. Love both of those songs.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, we're having some hard time hearing you here.
Yeah, try to balance.
Yeah,
volume.
no worries. I know when we're talking together, we're having a bit of feedback and stuff, but from what I get from the notes, you guys are coming through clear, and people are loving you. So right on. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to let you guys play another song or two.
All right.
Right on.
All right.
Sounds good,
So next up, we're doing a cover of an old Moody Blues song called Nights in White Satin. This one's actually become like a real favorite of mine. I didn't like it when I was growing up. I was like, oh, I don't like that song. But now it's like becoming one of my favorites. So I hope you guys like it too.
Awesome.
White satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I've always missed with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore, 'cause I love you. Yes, I love you. I love defend just who you wanna be. You will be in the end, 'cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
There, I got to unmute my mic. Just awesome, guys. That's a fantastic version of that song.
Oh,
Thanks a lot, man.
thank
Thanks,
you.
appreciate it.
We've got
So,
one
what do you think? Let's
final
play-
song
let's
for
play
you
two
by
more.
Special request.
Yes,
one.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. This
You know,
is my
we weren't
this is
gonna
my
make an
favorite.
appearance on the 100th episode and not do it big and risk a big
Right?
noise complaint. Shout out to the downstairs neighbors.
They are very
Yeah, big
patient
shout
with
out to
us.
them
We're on
too.
the
Thank
third
you,
floor
thank you,
walk-up.
neighbor.
On the third floor, and so like all around us, there's people. They've been awesome. We do this like 2-3 nights a week. We make a lot of noise. Everybody in the building knows. So they've all been very supportive. I appreciate
I'm
that.
pretty sure it's a
Awesome.
selling
Well,
factor.
well, it helps when you guys don't suck either.
Well,
You can
appreciate
fucking live
that.
near me
Thank
anytime.
you so much. Really appreciate it. It's a bit of
Right
labor of
on.
love.
All
It's
right,
been a
without
hard
further ado,
kiss.
my favorite song that you guys do. I mean, you do so many great songs, but this is a personal favorite of mine, and I really appreciate you playing it for me.
The only
Anytime,
thing I
brother.
wish is that I could get up and dance right now. It's just not the same doing this song in a chair.
Fair enough. Oh, you can dance in the chair.
All right. Should we get this party started?
First of all, big shout out to all the frontline workers, all the essential workers, everybody busting their ass off. Shout out to our downstairs neighbors. Shout out to Bondzee on 100 episodes.
Woo!
This is a Cage the Elephant song by request. We all truly get no rest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4! It was up. You know it. It was up. I was walking down the street without the corner of my eye. I saw a pretty little thing approaching me. Said I'd never seen a man who's so all alone. Could you use a little company? Well, if you pay the right price, your evening will be nice, so you can go and send me on my way. Said you're such a sweet young thing, why'd you do this to yourself? She looked at me, and this is what she said. Oh, ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. Ain't nothing in this world to pay. You know I can't slow down, I can't hold back up. You know I wish I could. No, there ain't no rest for the wicked till we close our eyes for good. Not even 15 minutes later, I'm still walking down the street when I saw the shadow of a man creep out of sight. And then he snuck up from behind, he pulled a gun to my head, made it clear he wasn't looking for a fight. It's like, give me all you got, I want you to run out your life, but if you try to make a move, I won't think twice. So I'm looking at my cash, of course you know I gotta ask, what makes you wanna live this kind of life? Said the game no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. Got bills to
Whistling Angel, Melissa Miller. For the man with the iron arms, Marcus Moynier. My name is Chris. I play guitar and yell a lot. We are Beer Store Money. Thank you so much, Bondzee, for putting us on. See you next time, brother.
Yeah, man.
Don't forget to wash your hands, everybody.
God damn it. God damn it. That was sexy. Sexy. I love when you guys do that song. Thank you so much. You guys have been fabulous since the day I met you up at, I think it was John Lapierre's house in Sarnia last summer. And we've just been pals ever since. You guys have been amazing. You've been on the show. You played live in Carol and Paul's basement. Man, that was a hell of a night on Bondzee Live. And, man, I've loved having you on the show over these past 100 episodes. I love all y'all. Marcus kills it back there. Melissa, you're the best. And Chris, man, I love that green guitar and how you rock it, dude.
Well, we appreciate you having us. You know, we're happy to be the house band. And,
for sure. And I love having you as the house band. I hope you guys have a great summer. We've got your people can find you at Beer Store Money on Instagram and Facebook. I tried to find you on Twitter today. Y'all ain't on Twitter. What's going on with that?
And all sorts of stuff now too.
Yeah, so go follow them on all those streaming sites. Hit up their music. New album or EP coming out soon. And any gigs coming up? I know that the lockdowns are kind of releasing up there a bit. So we got any gigs coming up?
Lapierre, has 2 gigs coming up for us. One later this month, one next month. COVID pending.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
COVID pending. I always have to qualify that because best laid plans and all that. And then we have booked a July 1st gig. For Canada Day. So, we're all just kind of wishing, hoping, praying, waiting. You see how it goes. So, yeah, we've got some things coming up. We are planning on recording. We are doing live streaming. We've got all sorts of plans. In the meantime, we're just popping up and doing little shows here and there around town. Yeah. At various parks. And,
awesome.
Staying relevant, staying fresh, keeping busy.
There should be live music, but there isn't because of restrictions. We're just
right.
popping up with no announcement.
Well, I hope you guys have the most fantastic summer. I guess your volume is a little low, so I will let you go. I really appreciate you guys playing. You absolutely rocked it. And man, I can't wait to have you guys back on the show for another 6-7 times over the next 100 shows. Have a great summer and stay safe, okay? Beer Store Money, everybody. Man, what a kick-ass band. Like I said, go check them out. Instagram, Spotify. You can find other music, Apple, all the rest of that stuff. Fantastic trio. And yeah, they're making some new music as well. And they do great covers. Like you heard like 3 fantastic covers there tonight. Man, oh man. Love having those guys on the show. All right. We're going to wrap this up. No Dean. I'm sure something's come up and because he wouldn't just leave me hanging like that. I'm supposed to be on a show tomorrow. Make sure you catch me there. That'll be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on DeanBlundell.com or on his show on YouTube and Twitter as well. You just go right there on Twitter, DeanBlundell.com, and the show will pop up. Always a great time doing the show with Dean, Lachlan Cross from 95.7 Cruise FM out of Edmonton, and James DeFourier. Love that guy out of Vancouver. Big, huge Mushroom fan, that guy. And man, is he ever fucking intelligent. So love those 3 guys. Can't wait to do their show tomorrow. I'm sure something's up with Dean, but that's cool. We'll just have to have him on another time. You guys have been absolutely fabulous. I can't thank you all again enough for supporting me over these last 100 shows. And yeah, I can't believe it. So it's been fantastic. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to getting up to Colorado. Sorry, I'm just firing through my notes here to get to the end. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's episode 100 is in the books. Thank you guys so much for this past year and a bit. I wouldn't be here without all y'all and all your support. So I really, really appreciate it. The next 100 are only going to be bigger and better. I mean, look what this hooligan's done. It's kind of a piss tank. So when I get more sober here and just keep working daily on myself and bettering myself, I only foresee bigger and better things happening for me and everybody involved in my life in the next year or so. It's a commitment that I'm guaranteed to. I've been eating super, super healthy. In fact, I had a wicked salad today, and I'm about to make cauliflower gnocchi. Okay, I've never had it before. It looks delicious. Cauliflower gnocchi with shrimp, hot peppers, red peppers, and spaghetti squash. Good. Anyways, that's what I'm going to go smash back right now. Going to rock some tunes on the bus. Thank you guys so much for the support. Like I said, please give all my videos on YouTube a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go to YouTube. It's Trippin' with Bondzee. It's free to subscribe. I know there's people have asked, and some relatives in England and stuff, oh, do I got to pay to watch you? Because I'm kind of cheap and stuff, so I'm not going to pay. No, you don't have to fucking pay. Just go to goddamn YouTube, search Trippin' with Bondzee. It's right there. All my social media stuff. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, that's at Bondzee Live. Trippin' with Bondzee on YouTube. Just go subscribe and like the videos. Really helps me with the algorithm and get going more on there and get more famous, if you want. I don't know, famous, but just gets me more popularity. All right. Thanks again. You guys have been tremendous. Love all your support. Beer Store Money, you guys are just kick ass. Can't say enough good things about you. Make sure y'all go support them. Catch me tomorrow on deanblundell.com. Big shout out to Brad for the producing the 100 show tonight. You're a rock star. Let's say bye to Brad. Thanks so much, buddy. Hope you had a good time.
Yep, just had to unmute myself. All right, thank you for having me. Great 100 show. It was awesome. And I'll see you soon.
You bet. You bet. I'll see you in 15 days, mister. Buckle up.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Love you, man. Take care. Thanks, buddy. All right. That's it. You guys have a great rest of the week. Thank you for joining me for the 100th show. I just dropped a new Bondcast, by the way, and then there'll be another one in the next, let's say 2 to 3 days. Now, I'm going to record it tomorrow, but my boy back in Ontario has been a little slow on the production end. So we'll see. Hopefully in the next 2-3 days, new Bondcast coming up, and then they're going to be definitely more regular. I am going to drop a bomb. It sounds like I'm going to have the lead singer of the Trues coming on very shortly. Now, we'll see. Hopefully Friday night on the next Bondzee Live, he'll be my guest, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. And then coming up on the podcast, I got a couple of really great guests as well. Chris, Big Chris, great podcaster. He's part of the Dean Blundell family, and a DJ up at B101, my old alma mater. How do you say that? Alma mater? I'm fucking tired. Give me a break. Alma mater. There we go. I'm really proud of you, Gregory, that you figured it out. Anyways, you guys are the best. Take care. It's 100 episode. It's Bondzee Live on Trippin' with Bondzee, and that's it. Peace and love. Bye. Where's my ending song? There it is.